Welcome back to JP26. It's your boy JP here. And of course, this is Studio 26. We have 6 storylines to go over from NFL Week 3. And for anybody who watched, NFL Week 3 was absolutely insane. So many crazy things happened. So many things that were unexpected.
Oh, would you look at this?
Yeah, well.
Lopsided scores that came down to the wire, storylines coming out of it. I got 6 of them. Let's get into it. Beginning today with some South teams that are heading south.
How's that working out for you? What? Being clever? Great. Keep it up then.
You lose 30-0 to the Panthers?
Falcons will fall to 1-2. The Carolina Panthers getting a late fumble recovery here. We'll get another takeaway, and perhaps that is apropos. A drubbing, the likes of which they haven't had in quite some time.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that you're not winning that division. I guess there's still plenty of time and things could turn around, but...
We just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly poo.
And then as far as the Texans, 0-3? 0-3 starting off the year. Got rid of their star tackle because apparently he was causing culture problems.
In the football. Here they come, Hines Allen around the edge. Stroud's pass, they may have gotten a piece, and net is picked.
Like, that Texans offensive line is pretty bad. It was bad with Laramie Tunzel last year. It is absolutely horrible now. I am not sure what they're going to do. I don't know where the Texans go from here, but I don't see that their season is going to get much better.
Duval.
If you don't have an offensive line, you ain't going anywhere. And that's where the Texans are.
Rusty cunt bucket. Fuck!
I wasn't laughing.
Fuck!
You know, on the bright side, it looks like you guys are probably going to have a pretty good chance to land Spencer Fano in the NFL draft next year because your team sucks.
You self-righteous blackballing little cunt bag.
Well, a nice day to both of you.
Asshole fuckface.
Storyline number 5. Carson Wentz. The string of quarterbacks getting a second opportunity somewhere else continues. As J.J. McCarthy came in this year, and I can't lie to you guys, I had high expectations for J.J. this year. I thought he was going to do very well, and he has looked like ass.
A man's butt.
And that's just the fact of the matter. You know, we're just all cards on the table.
I agree as well. Shallow and pedantic.
And I maintain, and the Vikings maintain steadfast, JJ's going to be the guy. He's going to be the guy. Well, now you have a situation because JJ definitely didn't look like the guy for 7 out of the 8 first quarters of the NFL season. And then you have Carson Wentz come in, lest we forget that he had an MVP season in his past in the NFL. So he was always one opportunity away from putting on a show and being able to prove that he still has it in this league. Now, look, it's one game. It's a one-game sample size. It doesn't mean that Carson Wentz is just going to all of a sudden turn his career around and he's not the same guy who sprained both ankles on the same play. But he looked great in this one game, and the Vikings looked great in this one game.
Who had been starting at left tackle, also out with a concussion, inactive. Here is Wentz. He's got his man. It's Oliver for the touchdown.
And normally I would lean on, hey, you still have the young quarterback. It was only 2 games. He's going to be the future. You're going to have to put him in and let them figure it out altogether. The problem is the Vikings roster is ready to go right now. That team has a team that can go right now. They got a really good defense. They have Justin Jefferson. They have some weapons. That offensive line is good. They are ready to go. Now, a small caveat. This is the first time that the best player on that offense outside of Justin Jefferson has played.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Maybe Darrisaw is just that important to the offense overall, where it's going to function at such a low level without him, and then as soon as he steps in, it wouldn't matter if it was McCarthy or Wentz, the offense was going to perform.
Perhaps.
But I think right now, with how Wentz is playing, you continue to kind of feed the hot hand, and if that wagon starts to fall off at any point, then you go back to the kid.
I'm so scared right now. I'm gonna do what's sensible. I'm gonna file for unemployment, and I'm gonna try to get a job at Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Because they got an excellent corporate structure, and they give you the tools to be your own boss.
Off to storyline 4. Storyline number 4 is the Cleveland Browns. No, I'm kidding with you. It's not about the Browns. It's about the Packers fucking things up.
You blew it!
So, shout out to the Browns. Got a massive win. Really tough defense, which everybody knows. Offense hung in there enough to eventually, at the end of the game, kick the game-winning field goal and upset the Packers. Of course, I had to have the Packers as my number 1 team on my power rankings last week.
What? What an idiot! Oh, what a loser! Good.
So I look like an asshole. Now, I still like the Packers' chances a lot moving forward. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But we can't ignore what we've seen, right? What did we see in this game? Sure, the Browns have a really good defense, and sure, they can cause teams problems. But the Packers' offense looked really bad. Like, really bad.
You are horrifying to look at, yes.
And even though I think the Packers' defense is good enough to be the catalyst to win them a Super Bowl, there are times when I watch Jordan Love when I just... There's a lot left to be desired.
You suck, you jackass.
Now listen, at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. There's always going to be upsets throughout the year. The Browns, even though they're an overall bad football team, playing them in Cleveland against that defense, they can make it tough on people, right? That's going to happen from time to time.
Are you sure about that?
Any Packers fans, let me know in the comments, like, what is it? Do you guys think this is going to be a problem moving forward? Was it just a one-time thing? Is it just because there were certain injuries, that happened going into the game that made the offense not function well? Like exactly what is it? Because obviously you guys are going to know your team better than I do. So let me know in the comments. But
normally, if given a choice between doing something and nothing, I'd choose to do nothing. But I will do something if it helps someone else do nothing. I'd work all night if it meant nothing got done.
But that is my number 4 storyline, is the Packers' reign upon the number 1 team on my power rankings list lasted all of 1 week.
And it's gone.
Storyline number 3. Indiana Jones and the Indianapolis Colts continue to get it done. Sure, they beat the Titans, and sure, they probably got pretty lucky against the Broncos with the help of the refs, and sure, they did play the Dolphins week 1, and all those things are true.
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
So I think you got to give these Colts some credit, man. I think Indiana Jones is for real, and I think that I have to admit that I was wrong.
Maybe this is for real. Fuck you if you're in on this.
And this guy, Jonathan Taylor.
Down at 4 to Taylor. Taylor explodes. Makes a man miss to his right. Spin move, a beauty. Inside the 30. High step into the 25. Inside the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Jonathan Taylor, 46 yards.
Is out there fucking absolutely murking dudes on defense. He is making defenders look silly.
Yo, I told you, you can't touch this. Why you standing there, man? You can't touch this.
So, shout out to JT, shout out to Indiana Jones, shout out to the Colts. I was very hard on the Colts all off season long, so I'm going to have to take that L right now.
I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me?
Got Colts fans feeling like storyline number 2. Oh, yes. My Chargers.
Woo! San Diego Superchargers, San Diego Chargers.
Somehow winning games that in the past we would find ways to lose.
You know I ain't the smartest man in the world, but from over here, it look like you taking a shit.
And not just 3-0, but 3-0 with all 3 wins over our division opponents. Feels good. All 3 of them sitting at 1-2.
Very mature, Rondale.
Because we got the tiebreakers over all of them right now. So I am feeling fantastic as a Chargers fan. Now, much like a lot of these storylines we've talked about earlier, it is early in the season. So I ain't counting my chickens before they hatch. You know what I'm saying? And as a Chargers fan, I'm definitely not counting my chickens before they hatch. I've seen it all. All right, I've been hurt before.
Emotional damage.
Justin Herbert. Talking about you, buddy.
2nd down and 6. Herbert to the air. Pipkins the block at the right tackle. Got away from Allen. Herbert alive and the throw. Caught. Touchdown. Touchdown. Allen. What a play.
I mean, I'm a little hot and bothered looking at that one. You know what I mean? That's
What do you mean by that?
Storyline number 1. The Philadelphia Eagles. And why does it belong to the Philadelphia Eagles? Is it because they made this outstanding play at the end of the game where their big 572-pound defensive tackle rammed through, no pun intended, the Rams and blocked the field goal and ran his big ass all the way back for a touchdown? It's kind of about that. It's a little bit about that. All right, it's about that.
Joshua Carty has it blocked again! This time Jordan Davis, the big man, looks for the icing on one big cake. Eagles hang on!
But it's also about the fact that the Eagles are once again establishing themselves as the cream of the crop. We talked about it earlier about how the Packers were unseated as the number 1 power ranking team in the NFL right now. I think you have to go back to the Eagles on this one.
No, people are just ignorant.
There's a part of me that wants to say the Bills and Josh Allen because of how they've been playing and who Josh Allen is. There's even a part of me that wants to say the Ravens, even though they lost to the Bills, because of Lamar Jackson and how amazing they are.
Wrong.
Now, full disclosure, I did think the Rams were going to win that game yesterday, and they had a really good chance to do it until this fucking freakazoid ended up blocking that field goal. But a big storyline coming out of there that nobody's going to talk about, and I don't think even Eagles fans want to address, is these Rams can really play with the Eagles. They really can. There's a lot of teams where it feels like the Eagles are just running them over and probably will come playoff time because of that offensive line and team's inability to match up with it. It feels like the Rams have an ability to match up with this team. I don't know that there is, if you stack, these two teams together 10 times, if any of those games end by more than 7 points. I have a feeling these teams will meet again in the playoffs, and we will see what happens at that point.
1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. Imagine what you'll know tomorrow.
But for this week, the Eagles are your #1 storyline and #1 team in the power rankings.
What do you think? Nice. Jesus. That is really super. How did a nitwit like you get so tasteful?
And that is it for this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please remember, do not forget to like and subscribe.
You like me.
Okay?
Hi.
Okay. Also, at the time of filming, Monday Night Football has yet to happen, which is why there was no storyline for the Ravens or the Lions. We will see what happens in that one. As per usual, I will make my prediction now so that there is a 50% chance I look like a fucking idiot.
The truth shall set you free.
The line tonight is -4.5 for the Ravens. I will take the Ravens to win by over 4.5 points at home. Sorry, Lions fans. I do think the Ravens are one of the better teams in the NFL. I do think the Lions are as well, but I think that the Ravens are just a tick above those Lions right now. And having said that, we'll see if I look like a fucking idiot or not.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
If it makes you guys feel any better, I really hope I'm wrong.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
You